tortoise lazy.
Thanks for watching my analysis of Blade Runner, the cyberpunk, dystopian, neo-noir thriller directed by Ridley Scott, co-written by Hampton, Fancher, and David Peoples, and based on Phillip K. Dick's 1968 novel, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Blade Runner stars Harrison Ford as Rick Deckard, Rutger. Before I get started, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the Godfather of cinema. Movie reviews and more. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit the bell so that you won't miss any new videos that I'll upload in the future. So, let's get started. Throughout history, humans have used stereotypes and propaganda to rationalize the mistreatment of other humans. After measuring the body parts of black people in his laboratory, 19th century American scientist Louis Agassiz said that blacks were an inferior species, therefore lacking human qualities such as the capacity to think, dream, and feel. There was no moral conflict in subjecting blacks to slavery, lynchings, and brutality. Similarly, throughout the 1930s and 1940s in Nazi Germany, anti-Semitic stereotypes and propaganda depicting Jewish people as cancerous and lacking human qualities such as the capacity to think, dream, and feel gave Nazis the moral justification to murder 6 million Jews. And throughout Blade Runner, lab-grown, genetically modified human beings called replicants, referred to as skin jobs, phonies, and lacking the capacity to dream, love, or feel empathy for others, give society in the year 2019 the moral justification to use them as slaves, soldiers, minors, and pleasure models in off-world colonies, because as to a racist or a Nazi or humans in November 2019, killing human beings, replicants, and cockroaches is easy.
We need you, Sebastian. You're our best and only friend.
A man and a woman meet in a public place and strike up a conversation.
What's your name?
Pris.
They both feel that there might be something between them and set up a date. The guy is articulate.
Lady, shall I lie in your lap?
Witty, funny.
We're so happy you found us.
Intelligent to her. He sounds college educated and they seem to have a lot in common and similar values. But when she asks him what he is and he tells her that he's a janitor, everything changes. And when he calls her to meet for coffee, she doesn't return his call. And he doesn't get it. Seemed like everything was going fine when they met, until she found out what he was. In a materialistic world, you are not a person. You are a thing. And in Blade Runner, there is virtually no difference between humans and replicants, physically, emotionally, nor spiritually. In fact, replicants are so human that the voight kampff empathy testers cannot distinguish them from real humans.
They're no damn different than you or me.
Unlike humans who see replicants as things, tools, and machines. Remember Blade Runner Holden? Captain Bryant sends him to the Tyrell Corporation to run voight kampff empathy tests on new employees there after 6 replicants hijacked an off-world shuttle, killed 23 people, and attempted to break into the Tyrell Corporation. Captain Bryant wants Holden to test the company's new hires for replicants. One named Leon fails the voight kampff test, shoots Holden in the back, and puts him on a breathing machine. This happens after Holden asks Leon a hypocritical voight kampff question. Why would he, Leon, not help a turtle turn over if he saw it lying on its back and baking in the sun?
What do you mean I'm not helping?
This question is hypocritical because it can also be reversed to ask Holden why humans have absolutely no problem forcing replicants like Leon into slavery, compulsory sex, and combat situations on other planets. Holden has no problem with replicants like Leon suffering because they are things to him, and things don't possess human emotions such as hate, fear, love, anger, or envy. In the script, but not in the film, Deckard pays Holden a hospital visit to tell him that he killed Leon, but instead of feeling good about Deckard killing the replicant that shot him during the voight kampff interview, Holden is insulted by Deckard's insinuation that he should feel avenged by him killing Leon, a thing, and not a human being incapable of good or evil. Holden goes on to compare Leon to a meat slicer to illustrate how irrational it would be for him to be angry at Leon because in a materialistic world, replicants, no matter how human they seem, are only things, as humans in a materialistic world are defined by things. In fact, whenever we apply narrow definitions to human beings, we forget the fact that humans are complicated beings with the capacity to be many things: a son, a daughter, a brother, a sister, a father, a mother, a friend, or an artist. In fact, no one is just one thing. However, in Blade Runner, each Nexus 6 replicant is designed and built for one thing, such as Batty, a combat model, or Pris, a pleasure model, or Zora, an assassin model, or Leon, a labor model. And Captain Bryant also sees Rick Deckard as one thing.
You're not cops, you're little people.
Enforcing him to take his old job back as a Blade Runner.
No choice, huh?
In order to hunt down Batty and the other 4 replicants that hijacked an off-world shuttle and used it to return to Earth in order to get Eldon Tyrell, their creator, to tell them their incept dates. But being that replicants are outlawed on Earth, they are now fugitives and prey for Deckard, the Blade Runner. What gives the 5 replicants the potential to be human and not things such as combat models, pleasure models, assassin models, and labor models are their experiences and emotional responses such as hate, love, fear, anger, and envy that they develop on their own several years after their incept dates. Therefore, as a fail-safe mechanism to prevent them from accumulating enough experiences to develop their own emotions, Tyrell gave them 4-year lifespans and supplied them with false experiences and emotions that he copied and regenerated from human brain cells. But Eldon Tyrell does not account for the unknown capacity of the Nexus 6 replicants to develop their own experiences and emotions, like Batty, who has seen attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion and C-beams glittering in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate, and Rachael, who has her first intimate experience with Deckard. She realizes after failing the voight kampff test that she too is a replicant with only 4 years to live. All of her memories are the memories of Tyrell's 16-year-old niece, memories that he copied, regenerated, and transplanted into her brain. However, Deckard gives Rachael an experience and a memory of her own by making love to her. After being conditioned to see replicants as things, Deckard receives a first-hand education in the scene in which Leon beats him within an inch. And he realizes for the first time how it feels to live in fear, not knowing that he can die at any moment.
Painful living fear, isn't it?
And then there's his showdown at the Bradbury building with Batty hounding him as he, as a Blade Runner, had hounded replicants. And Deckard also gets a taste of how it feels to be a slave when Captain Bryant forces him to take his old Blade Runner job back.
No choice, huh?
The voight kampff empathy machine is designed to distinguish replicants from humans. Deckard runs the test on Rachael and she fails it, and yet, when he is about to lose his life to Leon, another replicant, Rachael, a replicant herself, shoots and kills Leon to save Deckard, who later finds himself hanging off the ledge of the high-rise Hotel Bradbury while trying to get away from Batty, who catches him and saves his life when he loses his grip. Roy, a replicant whom he had orders to kill Batty, a lab-grown replicant that was destined to die before developing an emotion of its own, empathy. For Deckard, a Blade Runner who also develops empathy for replicants, despite the fact that Rachael failed the voight kampff empathy test. Deckard realizes in running off with her and becoming a fugitive himself that she and Batty were human, and in the end had also taught him how to be human.
She won't live.
Thanks for watching my analysis of director Ridley Scott's cyberpunk dystopian neo-noir thriller Blade Runner, and be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Godfather of cinema, and hit the bell for more film related videos like this one. I will see you soon.